Hello friends, today we will discuss the communicative approach of teaching English. It is also known as linguistic communicative approach. The communicative approach is a recent development in the teaching of English. This approach was propagated by sociolinguist Del Hymes. Others who have contributed in this approach are Wasson and Jason, Lewis, David and Henry. This approach has been evolved from the theory of communication, which involves interaction. Thus, it is a two-way process and includes sharing of ideas, feelings and experiences. Let us discuss the characteristics of communicative approach. It is an interactive process. It is concerned with the functional utility of language. It develops skills of listening, speaking, reading and writing. It provides opportunities to the students to communicate their ideas through discussions, dialect delivery, debate and cultural activity. It does not lay stress on grammar. It does not lay stress on the structure. It provides diagnosis and remedial teaching to weak students. Now, let us discuss the process of communicative approach. It is an interactive process. It is concerned with the functional utility of the language. It develops skills of listening, speaking, reading and writing. It provides opportunities to the students to communicate their ideas. It does not lay stress on grammar. It does not lay stress on the structure of the language. It provides diagnosis and remedial teaching to the weak students. Now, let us discuss the process of communicative approach. Communication can be both verbal as well as non-verbal. In the communicative approach, the information is transmitted through a message from the sender to the receiver through a communication channel. Thus, the whole process of communication involves the following steps. Number 1, encoder or the sender. Number 2, message or information. Number 3, channel of communication. Number 4, decoder or the receiver. In the classroom teaching, there is an interaction between the teacher and the students involving initiation and response, which serves as a feedback. The teacher or the encoder transmits information via some medium, speaking, writing, reading or dramatization, to the decoder, student, who interprets the message and responds through the medium. However, it is important to first distinguish between the modes and media of communication. The various modes of communication are speaking, listening, reading and writing. Media of communication are radio, television, tape recorder, etc. For an effective teaching, a teacher should select an appropriate media of communication. Now, let us come to the modes of communication. The different modes of communication used in the teaching process are: Number 1, oral communication. Oral communication, it involves speaking and listening channels. The teacher, while providing information, speaks while the student listens to the verbal communication. In the problem solving learning, the teacher presents a problem. The student tries to find the solution by referring to the library or other resource centers. The teacher is only a guide or a supervisor. This strategy is known as heuristic communication strategy, where the teacher acts only as a guide or a supervisor is known as heuristic communication strategy. Now let us discuss the second mode of communication, that is written communication strategy. This strategy was used for the first time in the administration industry and trade. It is the most comprehensive and effective communication strategy. In this, the concepts, rules, and principles are presented logically. Computer assisted instruction is such a strategy. It has the following features. Number one, it develops chain learning. Number two, it helps in achieving the teaching objectives. Number three, it develops reasoning abilities in the students. And number four, remediation is provided to the students immediately. Merits. Let us discuss the merits of this approach. It enables the students to communicate their ideas, feelings, logical manners, etc. It develops the speech ability in the students. Difficult and complex concepts can be taught through this approach. It is based on the functional utility of the language. Now, let us discuss the demerits of this approach. It requires trained teachers. Communication approach is new and yet to be tested in language learning. It ignored grammar and structure of language. So, this was all about communicative approach. I think it would be clear to all of you. Thank you.